Hi, I'm Kevin Lucia, and for this segment of Into the Abyss, I wanted to point your attention to two streaming series that I've watched that I've really enjoyed. The first one is a really interesting innovation, which I wonder where this is going to go. I first saw the advertisement for this when my wife and I were watching Castle Rock on Hulu. There's a streaming series on Facebook Watch. Now, this is interesting. It's for free if you're part of Facebook. So you wonder about this. Is this going to be an increasing trend? This is a streaming series called Limetown, starring Jessica Biel and Stanley Tucci. Now, there's actually a podcast about this, apparently, and I'm not familiar with the podcast. The idea of Limetown, so it's kind of one of those series that's tangential.
Limetown's great. The podcast is great.
So apparently watch the podcast.
Yes,
That's what Chuck is saying. It's one of those ones that's tangential to the weird. The idea is this group of scientists and researchers are brought to this private community to study methods of ESP, psychic communication. And then one day, the entire community disappears. And it's been a lingering secret. Jessica Biel plays Leah Haddock, a journalist for APR, our fictional version of NPR instead of National Public Radio, American Public Radio. And her uncle, played by Stanley Tucci, is one of the key figures in Limetown. So she has a personal vested interest in this, what happened to the survivors of Limetown. So what you get throughout this series, and I'm going to confess that I am 2 episodes short from finishing, but whatever, go watch this. As these episodes play out, we see stories of genetic manipulation, experimentation, trying to push the boundaries of human evolution. And psychic communication, and of course the most classic sci-fi / horror, message you can dabble in. Should we play God? Should we dabble with the natural order? This is a really great series, and it's really well done. And Leah Haddock is not an entirely sympathetic character. She is your classic. Obviously, she wants to know what happened to Limetown. She wants to know what happened to her uncle, who her parents are divorced. Her uncle was a key supporting figure in her life. So she feels that she wants to solve the mystery of what happens at Limetown. Unfortunately, she is willing to sacrifice anything to find out what happened. She is willing to pursue the story, even though every time she interviews somebody from Limetown, a survivor, they die under mysterious circumstances. So she's driven, and she kind of doesn't care what happens. But this is an interesting innovation. Are we going to see more of this? More Facebook? I mean, this is a quality show, free on Facebook. As long as you're a Facebook member, or you have a Facebook account, you can watch this. And then that begs the question, I wonder, will Facebook continue this? If it becomes really big, will they end up charging? I don't know. But while it's free, you should go look up Limetown. If you're interested in this type of weird story, go look up Limetown on Facebook. My second is going to be Hellier. Hellier is a interesting paranormal investigation research. And I got to give credit where credit is due. Author Bob Ford tipped his hat in directing me toward this. Hellier is the first season is a free season on YouTube. It's produced by Planet Weird, which you can both follow Planet Weird. They are a paranormal investigation, group where they do the paranormal investigation, ghost hunting, things like that. And Hellier chronicles this case where the Newkirks, they're the folks, the husband-wife team that run this, receive this mysterious email that directs them to Hellier, Kentucky. which is it's a story about some mysterious person who's claiming there's these strange creatures that are haunting around my house. They're leaving footprints. Please come help us. I'm aware of your work. And season 1 encompasses everything from goblins to aliens to the Mothman to supernatural entities. It's a really, really interesting show. And it was so popular that season 2 is now streaming on Amazon Prime. Now, here's the deal. And again, I'm not going to say much about it because I just want you to go watch it. There's a couple ways of viewing these types of shows. They are positing that this is real. We are paranormal investigators. This is actually happening to us. Okay, we're investigating this phenomena and we believe it's real and it's happening. There's a couple ways of viewing this. If you're really skeptical and you believe they're all faking it, you know what? If they're faking it, it's really, really good. It's a really great show. It's a great narrative. The production values are really high. If they're not faking it and they genuinely believe that they've stumbled across this huge supernatural paranormal mystery, then it's a really... This show is why all of us speculative writers write. If you're a horror writer, if you're a fantasy writer, if you love the Twilight Zone, if you love sci-fi, fantasy, horror, you want to write these stories because you want to believe there's something bigger. You want to believe there's a mystery. I know it's probably become cliche at this point, but David Duchovny's poster, which, by the way, one of the Hellier people, they have this poster. That poster from his office that says, "I want to believe." If you're into this stuff, you can kind of be like, okay, I don't know if they're really doing this or this is really happening, but you know what? I love this weird stuff. I want to believe it. So check this series out. The first season is free on YouTube. If you have the second season if you have Amazon Prime, it's on the second season, so go check it out. Limetown on Facebook Watch and Hellier on YouTube and on Amazon Prime.